talking about how to dehydrate apples. I love apple chips, apple dehydrated pieces, whatever you want to call it, but I love dehydrated apples, so this is one of my favorite things. Mom, Jill, is going to show you how to do that today. We are the authors of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less. You can get your copy today at livingonadime.com. All right, Mom, show us how to dehydrate apples.
Actually, I think apples are one of the easiest things to start out with when you're dehydrating. And you can use a knife. You can, take a core and core them out and then slice them up.
Do them in quarters, slice out the center if you want.
And leave the peels on if you're just going to eat them. If I'm going to just eat them, I'll just leave the peels on. I usually peel most of my apples just because I use them in pies, apple crisp, for applesauce, that type of thing. So I don't want the peels on when you do that.
Well, you can.
You can
like
if you like it. I just, don't usually do them that way. So this one, I'm going to show you how to use an apple peeler. Before, let me back up just a little bit. Before, a lot of people I see use lemon juice to dip their apple slices in to keep them from turning brown. For anything, any type of cooking, they do that. I do not like to use the lemon juice just because it gets sticky when you lay them on the trays. They can be a little bit sticky, and I've actually tasted a little bit of the lemon flavored on them. So what I always do, and people never think to do this, it's cheaper, it doesn't cost as much. You don't have to make sure you have a lemon juice on hand to do this, because everybody usually has salt on hand, for everything. And so we've got, about a half a bowl of water in here. And for this amount, I always just shake it, so I don't even know. 1 teaspoon, maybe a half. This does not have to be exact. I just sprinkle. I usually just take it and just shake, and get a little salt in there. And this will keep them from turning brown. And matter of fact, I've tested lemon juice and the salt, and the salt water keeps them longer. I have dipped my apples in salt water and kept them in the refrigerator for like 4 to 5 days, and they don't turn a bit brown. I finally took them out after 4 or 5 days because I wanted to eat them, so they may even stay longer. Now, I'm using an apple core today, like I said, and
I'll leave a link in the description below. This makes life so much easier.
It does.
When you make apple pies or whatever.
Of course, I didn't get it on right. And sometimes, actually, I'm kind of glad this is happening, because I can get certain apples that are deformed, kind of. I mean, they're not just perfectly round, and it's a little bit harder to use this. So when I do that, and of course, I'm doing it on Tara's table, and I don't know how to adjust it. I get it tight enough. At home, I just slap it together because I'm used to it. But I kind of just have to hold it and adjust it. And I needed a knife, but that's okay. And what this does is it peels it
and cores it
all at once. And it looks hard because I don't have it tight on Tara's table, but this will give you the general idea.
Yeah. So this table is not the best table to be doing this on, but normally this actually goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, usually it does. Okay, what I do with this part that has a peel, I just break that off, toss it in the water. That I'll lay on a separate tray. I just break them off in pieces about like that. Then once I get most of the, I'm torning you, the ones with the, now this has a little bit, I'll just do that. Now, you can leave them brown like this. I usually just slice them down.
Yep.
And can you hand me a tray over there, maybe?
You didn't put those in the half in the salt water.
Oh, it's not working. I slice them in half like that. It's really easy just to take and go down, like
and
this.
Just dump them in the water.
And dump them in the water, and then I just pick them up. You just have to cover them. And to show you the thickness, this is how thick they are if you're going to slice them with a knife. That's how thick you should do them. And see, I separate the ones with skin on them, huh?
1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah, 1/8. Now,
I'm just doing it because it's easier on this side.
I dehydrate the cores certain times of the year or any time, you can dehydrate the cores, because I think some people maybe grind them up. But what I do is then I put them in with cinnamon sticks or
Potpourri.
for potpourri.
Yeah.
You know,
and you
in the
can
fall.
also dehydrate the peels and use those for apple tea or for potpourri or just snacks. A lot of people, I like to just snack on
them.
it. Yeah.
And the thing is, you can grind them into a powder. I use either a blender, or you can use a coffee bean grinder and in a powder. And then when you make your tea, just your regular tea, just add a teaspoon or however strong
you can stir it into oatmeal. You can stir it in for like cobblers. You can stir it in
just
for
add a little extra punch.
Applesauce. Anything like that, if you just want extra.
So don't waste this at all. You know, save all of that. You need to use every little bit and everything. And then I'll just line them up. Now this one's a little bit thicker, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. And I just line them up along. The main thing in this is not to stack them. Yeah. Because it takes them, one thin layer. And then, these, I go at least 24 hours. The last batch I did 36, because we'll come back and show you how what the different texture is for the chips, the difference between the chips, or what if you're going to save them for apple pies and things like that.
We're using these in our Excalibur dehydrator, but on one of our other videos, I can link it, we talk about the 2 different dehydrators that we use. Three different types that we use.
We have an intro video that you can watch.
Yeah. Okay. All right, well, guys, we are back 2 days later. Here's our apples and our cores and our peels. You can see,
here's the
you can see the cores. Now, actually, today, it's actually one of the very rare humid days in Colorado. These aren't quite chippy. They're still kind of chewy. I would probably let these go another day.
Or now you can rehydrate them. Like we're done with these, but it's been so humid today. And we've had them setting out while we're doing all this. But if we wanted to, we could stick this in there for a couple more hours and it'll re-crisp them up. So you can do it. And you can have them leathery for applesauce, apple pies. But if you're making a chip out of it, an apple chip, then you want it to be more crispy.
Okay, so if you want to rehydrate these, just pour boiling water over the top of them, and they will absorb the boiling water and they'll get all nice and fluffy again. There are old recipes where they made dried apple pie.
Oh, you know what?
It was really good.
They are so much better than fresh. I was hesitant in making one because I thought, what is that going to be like? They are the best. I think it intenses the sweetness and flavor. Everything. Yeah, the flavor intenses, and they are unreal. Dried apple pies are.
Yeah. Then you can just store these in bags. You can grind up the apple peels for teas and that kind of thing.
Into a powder for teas,
You can use the cores for potpourri or anything like that. I used to make potpourri for one of my businesses. That's something I don't think I've ever said on the show.
No, you haven't. I think I may have mentioned it, but I don't think.
I used to make potpourri for
and it was the best potpourri. Have you ever had potpourri that you think, what is the smell supposed to be? How nasty? Tara's potpourri smelled like the real thing. I don't know what she did to it. Yeah, it did. It was wonderful.
Really good.
We sold a bunch of that stuff, didn't we?
I did sell a bunch. So anyway, that's how you rehydrate apples. You can use them in applesauce, apple pies. You can eat them as chips. You can eat them in apple cobbler, whatever you want. But that's how you
keep a bowl sitting on the table and, just snap on them.
That's how you dehydrate apples. Please check out our Dining on a Dime cookbook at livingonadime.com. Please subscribe, give us a great big thumbs up, and hit that notification bell after you subscribe so you can know when we have new videos. We will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.